We move on now to a not so lock, but a couple of the clear front runners. Best lead actor. This one I think is the strongest 3-horse race in any of the categories. So our nominees for best lead actor were Austin Butler for Elvis, Colin Farrell for the Banshees of Inisherin, Brendan Fraser for The Whale, Paul Mescal for Aftersun, Bill Nighy for Living. Look, all due respect to every other performer, every other contender, every other shortlister, and the other 2 nominees. But this is a Colin Farrell, Austin Butler, Brendan Fraser 3-horse race. I can see any of these 3 easily getting their names read. I could easily see the end of the night coming and Brendan Fraser or Brendan Gleeson and Colin Farrell are standing on stage together with their 2 Oscar wins. I mean, I could easily see that. I could see Austin Butler walking away. What he did in Elvis, I didn't love the movie. I enjoyed Elvis.
Right.
But what he did in Elvis was inspiring. It really was inspiring. And then Brendan Fraser, he turns in the performance of a career with The Whale. Again, not a movie I loved, but his performance is undeniable. By a slim margin, I'm going to say Colin Farrell takes this. I mean, what he did in this movie, by the way, this entire year for Colin Farrell was next level, because not only did he have the Banshees of Inisherin, he turned in another mind-blowing performance with Penguin.
Yep.
And then he had that smaller independent film near the end of the year, and I'm freezing on the title of it, about the family with the android.
After Yang.
After Yang, which, I mean, this was Farrell's year. So I could see that happening. I think it's a 3-horse race. Rob, how do you see this?
I'm with you on this. I think Colin Farrell's going to win, only because Banshees of Inisherin is more along the lines. Again, the showy performance is like Austin Butler was great as Elvis. But again, it was a very heightened performance. You know, it's not traditional. And whereas Brendan Fraser and Colin Farrell are playing more traditional characters in terms of what actors do. So I think Colin Farrell takes it. But I do want to give a shout out to Paul Mescal for getting on this list, because Aftersun is a great movie. It wasn't something that was really on my radar, but man, he's great in it. It's a really heartwarming, wonderful film. And I'm kudos to him for making the list. But Bill Nighy, I'm just saying, I love Living, and while he's not going to win, all of these performances are showstoppers.
By the way, I love seeing him, Bill Nighy, getting some recognition. I have been a huge fan of his ever since Underworld, when he played one of my favorite screen villains, like in the last couple of decades, when he played Victor in that, even though they kind of misused the character as they went through. I just love seeing him getting some kudos. And of course, being Sean's dad in Shaun of the Dead, or a stepdad. and
for
Pirates of the Caribbean, like you name it.
You know, in the Christmas movie, why am I drawing a blank? I love it.
Love Actually. Love Actually.
Don't buy drugs. Become a pop star when they give them to you for free.
Christian, I think this is a great one. I could see any one of these top 3. Should we be including a 4th, or do you think we should narrow it down to 2?
No, I think a 3-horse race is accurate. Any one of those performances, and you're going to go, yeah, I can see why they chose it. I'll be the difference in the room. I think Brendan Fraser will still get it. I think he's the one that's, and similar to what I just said before with Kei Kwan, I think that it's the comeback story. It is the campaigning, the politicking, how much you cannot find, even if you didn't like The Whale, and there's been a lot of criticisms on that movie, you can't find anyone who says anything negative about Brendan Fraser. He is beloved. Yeah. And the fact that he came back, this is one of those things where you could see the 2 of them. You mentioned Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson perhaps standing. There's going to be a shot, I think, that is very possible, of the 2 of those guys standing together.
Yeah,
comeback story. Yeah, Key and Brendan standing together with statues.
I wouldn't bet against it.
So because of that story alone, I think that just the edge. But Colin Farrell wins it. I'd be like, yeah, I can see it. And the same goes for Austin Butler. Great performances.
All right. We want to thank a sponsor of this video, MasterClass. MasterClass offers classes on a wide variety of topics, all taught by world-class instructors at the very top of their fields. Each class is broken out into individual video lessons. usually around 10 minutes long. And MasterClass is completely accessible on your phone, the web, smart TV, and available via audio mode to listen to classes on the go. They have over 2,500 video lessons from over 180 of today's most brilliant minds. They're all available anytime, anywhere on iOS, Android, desktop, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku. Now, obviously around here on the John Campea Show, we love our movies, so why not learn filmmaking from Jodie Foster, or maybe directing from Ron Howard himself, or the great Neil Gaiman doing his masterclass on the art of storytelling. And you guys have heard me talk about my favorite masterclass, Business Strategy and Leadership by Big Papa Iger himself, Bob Iger, the new and returning CEO of Disney. Guys, I highly recommend that you check it out. This holiday, give the perfect gift of an annual Masterclass membership and get one free. Go to masterclass.com/Campea today. That's masterclass.com/Campea. Terms apply.